Hello, one and all, and welcome to the White Raven's Lair. I'm Alzy, and we're going to be failing at Destiny 2. It's a rather special series where I have not ever really fully completed Destiny 1 previously, and only played a little bit of Destiny 2 on Xbox. This is the PC version. And as you can see, I haven't created or done anything yet. So we're going into this fairly fresh. So, going to try not to spoil much for anyone who may be new to Destiny. But you don't necessarily need to have completed or played the first game in order to do the second one. So, you know, the stories do kind of connect, but like any other MMO out there, the story and the quest progression of the storyline and stuff may not always be the greatest thing that, you know, just saying. So, what can I say about Destiny before I begin? It is a FPS. It is an RPG. It's an MMO. And that's one of the things that a lot of people tend to forget when they jump into Destiny. They think, oh, it's a shooter. So they're looking at, you know, COD or Halo, since it is made by Bungie. But really, no. What this game really is a shooter MMO. Because that's really what it comes down to. There's grinding involved, there's levels, there's mobs, there's loot. It's very much MMO. It's shooters. It's as a lot of people have come out and said that this game is the game that introduced casual shooters, people who like to play, say, Call of Duty and Halo and games like that, into the MMO grind, because that's basically what this game did, or Destiny 1 as well, to that extent. So, like any other typical RPG game, you get to choose your class. You're going to play it as a Titan, Hunter, or Warlock. All things considered, for actual gameplay, there is no real fucking difference. There is, obviously, different abilities and powers that you get. Your grenade might be different, as an example. Your superpower, your ultimate, or whatever you want to call it, might be different. There might be a couple of other little things, but for the most part, I mean, you can use whatever fucking gun that you want to use. I mean, just because here the Titan is holding... Is that Sweet Business? I think that's Sweet Business. But anyways, just because the Titan here is holding a minigun or a assault rifle, machine gun, whatever you want to call it, and the Hunter is holding a hand cannon or a revolver and a knife, and the Warlock is holding what looks like a SMIG, an SMG. Just because they're holding that doesn't mean that they're limited to that. You can use whatever fucking weapon you want, and I mean, most of the time it's... or prefer that you find your own style and what you like to play and what you want to do. So previously in my playthroughs, Destiny 1, I played primarily as a Hunter. I did create another character as a Warlock in Destiny 1 that I actually brought over on, because my Destiny 1 playthrough was on the Xbox 360, and then and Destiny 2 was on the Xbox One, and they carried my character over. Oh, sorry. Let's do that whole transition period. Anyways, long story short, I brought my Warlock over, but didn't bring my Hunter over because my Hunter actually never completed the main quest line, so that I don't think there was even an option to do it. That being said, the reason why I'm saying this is just to kind of give you some background as to why I'm choosing what I'm choosing here. I'm going to be going with the Hunter for this particular playthrough. Why? because I have a Warlock on the go on my Xbox One playthrough, which I play with my brother and a friend of his. And I have a Titan as a secondary on the Xbox, which I play for. Nah, just kind of right now. I think it's like me and my brother's 2-man game where if his buddy's not around and me and him just want to go in to fuck around, we jump in, and that's that. So since I haven't played a Hunter since Destiny 1, I'm going to be going with the Hunter for this one. So one of the problems with this game that I have, and other people out there do, there is not actually all that much as far as customization is available. So yeah, you can play as a human, you can play as an Awoken, or you can play as an Exo. Male, female. That's pretty straightforward. I typically, in RPG games, I typically never play as a human. I find it too boring. I mean, if you're going to play as a fantasy game, why play, like, if you're going to play an RPG role-play game, right? Especially if it's like fantasy or even sci-fi based, why would you pick a human? You're a human in real life. Do you want to be a human in a game as well? I mean, there's lots of games you don't get the choice, but for me, it just makes more sense to be something different. So I'm going to go with an Awoken. Do I want to do male or female? I guess it doesn't really matter. Or do I want to do Exo? Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do Exo. Let's do male Exo. Let's go for it. Why not? So as you can see, there's not actually all that many choices for, you know, faces or like different heads. For example, if I choose the male Exo, there is some variance. Yeah, you can change your skin color and lip color or whatever. There's different hairstyles, but there's not super duper amount of customization. It's not like a lot like other games out there where there's, say, trying to think of a good example. I was gonna say Skyrim, but Skyrim, really, you can mod the fuck out of it and do whatever the hell you want. Maybe Ark would be an example, although that's a survival game. It's entirely, I mean, there's still shooting, like there's still guns and stuff, but in most games, when it comes to character customization, you have sliders and stuff where you can change, like, okay, face, you know, change the shape of your face, how tall your person is, how short they are. This is like, no, here's your choices. That's pretty much it. So let's see. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for. Maybe I should just go super fucking demon-y. Just go like the most evil looking fucker that I can possibly. Yeah, except purple skin. That would purple. Yeah, super demon purple. What? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's go. Nah, no. If I'm gonna be playing this long term, I might as well make it look something decent-ish, or at least something that I like. I'll try to get through this as quickly as possible so you guys don't have to watch me fuck around, because I could spend a couple hours looking and trying to build a character, trying to do every little detail of things. There's not all that many things to do in this particular game for details and shit. Nah, a bullet hole in the head. So, give you guys some background story. If you're new to the channel, this is a Let's Fail channel rather than like a Let's Play channel. You know, most YouTube video game channels, people playing games and recording themselves doing it, most of the time they try to get through the game successfully. Most of the time they they succeed, and maybe they rage quit, maybe they drop the series halfway through, sure, whatever, that happens. But you know, the main goal, they call it a Let's Play series because they're trying to play through the game and whatnot. This is a Let's Fail channel. I know I'm bad. I know I'm going to fail. That's why I call it that. So one of the things about this channel is I don't tend to edit a lot out. So not to say that there isn't nothing edited out. It's just that there's a lot of it that is not edited out. So if I die and it takes me 5 minutes to get back to where I was when I died, most people doing Let's Plays will edit that shit out. Me, I tend to leave that in. Why? Well, what happens if during those 5 minutes I get distracted and go off on a wild tangent and go off in some entirely different direction? Or if I die again, or pick up a new piece of gear, a new piece of loot on the way? You know, or what happens if I decide to go do grinding for the next 10-20 minutes before I decide to jump over into something else? So that's why, I'm going to leave all that stuff in. Another part of the reason why I don't like to, like I said, I don't like to really edit stuff out, is because for me, I've watched a lot of Let's Plays and stuff in the past, and if I see people going through a game and say an RPG game, something, say, you could even say Final Fantasy, if they get to a point where they're no longer powerful enough or no longer strong enough to really continue on fighting a boss or something, they'll go like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do some grinding, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. And they, like, off camera spend like whatever amount of time grinding and fighting shit and gaining levels and gaining gear and whatever they're doing to prepare themselves for the next area, and then they come back and they just show you the main fight. I mean, that's, in one sense, that's nice because you get to see the main battles. You don't get to see some of that, but other times you want to see that because you want to see how they do it, what their process is for grinding and whatnot. Because what happens if you want to play that game and you get to that same area and you're like, well, how did they prepare? Maybe I should do the same thing, or something similar. You can adapt your own based upon what you've seen other people do. And a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers that I've seen cut out that stuff. They cut out the grind. And I don't really want to. So that's why, just letting you guys know in advance that I tend not to edit stuff out. However, if enough people complain in the comment section, I'll start cutting stuff out. But for now, I'll leave everything in. Another thing, forewarning before we get started, yes, I swear sometimes, and I apologize because I know I already have, and I will probably continue to do so. So I'm sorry if your ears are bleeding. I apologize, and just giving you a warning in advance that I will probably continue to swear. All right, good enough. Let's get going. There's Cade. I'll kind of just shut up and let the cinematics go.
Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What are the set feeds telling us?
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No. I mean, they're not there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
just in case there is anyone who's watching this who's not played Destiny 2, I'm not going to skip cinematics, and I'll try to be quiet during them. I'll leave my thoughts about what's happening afterwards. I'll talk about it after.
Repeat, tower approach. This is City Hawk 723. Anyone home? No response on any channels, even the emergency frequencies. What is going on back there? Remember when I told you that you fly too fast? Forget I said that. Fly fast.
Alrighty.
We need to find Zavala, Ikora, and Cade.
So, what's happening here, in case people don't know, but don't understand. The Cabal... Wait, what? You just stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. Yeah, this isn't Mars. We're on Earth, or what's left of...
Cabal!
What's left of it.
Sense. The Cabal conquer systems by blowing up planets. Whatever they want, it must be here, in the last city.
I only have a pistol.
This is Commander
Oh, yeah.
Zavala. Civilians, report to evac points. Guardians, rendezvous in the plaza. Our city will not fall.
Ah, yeah, that's right. You do get a... Ah, that's a need,
You
right.
two? Give me a sec.
Just trying to remember the controls, guys. It's been a while.
Cabal doing the hero thing in the plaza. Me? I've got a date with whoever's behind this. It'll be a short date.
Where'd you go? So, yeah, and basically, to give you guys some rundown, anyone who's not played Destiny 1, and anyone who may be confused or lost, we are currently in a location called the Tower, which is basically humanity's last stronghold. Of course, it's also for the Exo and the Awoken. Basically, one of the last places on Earth. It's right near that big giant sphere that you saw in the sky there, that the machine was attaching, the big sphere, which is the whole point of this. The sphere that is basically the Traveler. The Traveler is responsible for giving, basically...
Follow the path from there. It will lead you through the hangar to the plaza. I'll take care of these people. If the Cabal want war, give them war.
Yeah, Lord Shaxx. He's the real hero of the story. What? Kind of. Alright, some actual better weapons. Even though it is what it is. But yeah, so the Traveler's responsible basically for giving Guardians their powers, their light, as they call it. And Guardians can't die as long as they have the light, because their ghost, this little friend, he basically will revive you. Well, I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. Trying to play with a controller. I'm using an Xbox One controller, and sensitivity is off when aiming down sights. It's like it's not quite the same as on the Xbox, or it's just been a while. It's probably just because it's been a while.
Order 77 is in effect. This is not a drill. All civilians report to designated evacuation areas immediately.
So yeah, one of the things that they did with this game, you know, they started the story off with basically the destruction of everything from the first game? Yeah, you could say that. Well, not everything, but... Why to switch to energy weapon? Right, so, I guess I'll tell you guys this, in case anyone knows. There's different types of weapons. There's energy weapons, kinetic weapons, and power weapons. And if anyone wants to know a little trick with this, energy weapons work better against whatever you're fighting. For example, this guy's Centurion. See, he has a orange shield around him. That means he has a flame shield. The pistol that they gave me, coincidentally, is a flame pistol, which means I can do extra damage to him. Well, not exactly extra damage. It'll overcharge the shield and it'll do damage to him. It'll knock his health down for about half. Or so. One of the things about ammo drops, so this, yeah, I'm collecting ammo. You'll see the little cubes on the ground. They'll be white or green or purple, depending on what type of ammo they are. White representing kinetic, green for energy, purple for heavier power weapons. And basically, the way it works with the ammo is kind of a cycled system
The
of...
size of that thing.
Yeah.
It must be their command ship.
Yeah. Basically, the way the ammo works is if you make kills with your kinetic, it'll tend to drop more energy ammo. If you make kills with energy, it'll tend to drop more kinetic ammo. And if you make kills with your power weapon, it will tend to drop kind of a mixed bag. And power or heavy will tend to give you more, like how you get, what drops power weapon or heavy ammo, you may ask, is when you kill big guys, like this guy. I think he just got crushed by his own reinforcements. Yes, that's a thing that can happen. Here, have a nade. Yeah, that worked.
They're not just assaulting the city. Look at the Traveler.
Yeah, see? That big sphere, that's the Traveler. So if anyone's wondering what my goal is for this playthrough, I am not entirely sure. I'll play until I get bored of it, I guess, or until I rage quit, if that's something that can happen. I never really quite planned ahead as to how far I would continue the series. I'd like to say I could finish at least the regular campaign before getting into DLC, but...
Cabal is Red Legion. Cora, what do you got?
They're elite, ruthless, and rumor is they have never known defeat.
Until today. Today they face Guardians.
But Zavala, they're attacking the Traveler.
The Traveler waits. We protect our people at any cost.
I got a rando spawned in with me. I wonder, do I have voice settings? Because that could be a bad thing. Push to talk. Alright. Oh no. Just turn it off. I am switching that to push to talk because, or I could actually just turn off voice chat for now because I don't plan to talk with random people. At the moment, I'm antisocial. Lots of orbs of light. I suppose I could use my power.
Red Legion are well trained, but we are better. We will hold this line until the last civilian is safely away. Incoming! Fall back to my shield! Don't let them pass the gate. The evac shuttles are back there. We hold here. That command ship is next on my list.
Grabbing some ammo.
Missiles! Stay inside my shield!
Yeah, because that can happen if you don't stay inside the shield.
Show them what Guardians are made of!
You get blown up. You're supposed to defend a couple different waves. Basically. Fuck. I feel like I'm having a harder time with this than normal.
Zavala, the last of the shuttles is away. But the speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
I've cut the plaza. Go with Ikora. Find the speaker.
We're on it, Commander.
Yeah, so one of the things with this game, so there's certain key story missions, this one and towards the end of the last one I believe, you get the chance for random people to join you. It's one of the reasons why I was being quiet. I wasn't entirely sure if they were actually still, if they were hearing me saying anything. I don't think so because I turned voice chat off. Team voice channel. Opt-in manual. Not sure. Are you playing some kind of weird fucking song and you're sweeping up nothing at all? Good job there, janitor droid. You're good luck cleaning up dead bodies.
Ikora! The speaker is gone. Red Legion, you will take no more from us, and you will find no mercy in me! Zavala.
She'll find the speaker. We need to move on that command ship. Now head to the North Tower. I'm sending Amanda Holiday to pick you up.
Alright. Yeah, so one of the things about this game, your character doesn't say anything, ever. Your ghost is gonna talk for you during the cutscenes and missions and all that shit. It's one of those weird things. Even in the Destiny 1, your character actually said stuff. In this one, they made it so that doesn't happen for whatever reason.
Holiday is inbound. We need that ship off the field.
If I remember right, there should be, yeah, big guy. No, big guy. A named enemy. Actually, he doesn't have that much name. He's just honor guard captain. But gold enemy.
You need a ride.
See, he dropped purple ammo, which I couldn't pick up because I don't have a heavy weapon at the moment. You may hear me also call it a power weapon. Same thing. It's the third tier. It's the big guns.
Zavala, picked up that Guardian you never showed up about?
Get them on that command ship, now!
Hold on back there! Come on, big guy. Do something. All right, Guardian. Time to kick him where it hurts.
Alrighty.
Let us know when the shields are down and we'll hit that ship with everything we got.
Yeah, so we're on the ship that drops in the reinforcements. So what do you think's gonna be over here, guys? More enemies? Oh no, that wouldn't be. No, they wouldn't drop us right into. Oh wait, they did say it was the enemy command ship.
That hologram could help. Let me take a look.
And they definitely changed this since the last time I've been through here. Some different lines and some stuff I don't quite remember seeing. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but...
Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship.
Yeah, they like have like those red jetpacks on the back, on their back, or the red things on the back of them, on their armor. That's a weak spot. You know, aim for that, or the head. Usually the way to go with fighting most things, right? In most shooter games, aim for the head. Usually the way to go. Usually. Yeah, okay. I was wondering where this fucker was going to. See, this guy actually has a name. You know you're going to be in for a bad time when named enemies start coming at you, and that's usually the case with most games. Oh, I have my super, alright. Fire the flame gun. So that's one of the Hunter's ultimate powers, supers, what we're going to call it.
What's your status?
A little low on ammo. Old flaming fist. Kept burning out. Anyone heard from Akora?
Not since you went for the speaker. Form up! On me!
So yeah, basically one of the Hunter's 3 specials that you can use is the you summon a flaming pistol, revolver, and yeah, shoot solar at everyone. So that's one of the things I guess I could talk about. This year, it's flame. Okay, sure. It's actually considered solar. So all the different abilities or energies, sorry, there's like 3 different main ones: solar, void, and arc. Arc is basically lightning, electric, whatever you want to call it. Solar's fire. Void is, you know, just throw black holes at your enemies. Knife to the face always works. And yeah, the guys with the tanks, you can aim for the tanks and blow it up. They'll blow up. And then there's that asshole. Yeah, big guy, I know, you're not happy. I skipped you, I jumped ahead. Normally, you're supposed to... Oh crap, I fell down the ramp. That's alright, I gotta kill the guy anyways. Where'd you go? That name was for nothing. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Come on, recharge. Three shots. Any more? No? I think we're good. Need to go inside now. Screw you, fucking Scion. So yeah, every enemy has a different name, or different class, what we're gonna call them. The little guys, they're Scions. Yes. Incineroar, because he shoots with a flame gun. Alright. Going down. Express elevator to hell.
The shield generator should be straight ahead.
Should be. Knock knock, anybody home? Oh, they brought out the welcome party. The guy jumped forward to knife me and I knifed him instead. Oh fuck. See, he's got a blue shield, so though arc damage would be the best, but I don't have any of that. You typically want to use energy weapons on bosses and shit like that. Well, he's not really that one guy wasn't really a boss, you would say, but on a mini boss maybe? Sure, mini boss. Let's go with that.
All right, destroy the turbines. The shields should fizzle. Yes, just like that.
I hate this spot. Every time I've had to start a new game, this particular area is fucking piece of shit. Basically, there's 3 of those things that you need to break. When you're playing as a warlock, it's pretty much impossible. Because it's like, hey, I need to jump up above. It's like, yeah, no, good luck. The double jump ability on the warlock just does not work so great. It never really has. There we go, shields should be down.
The shields are down.
Come on, stop spinning, you fucking things. If you get hit by those things spinning around, they kill you instantly.
Amanda, we're headed topside. Amanda!
And cutscene.
How do we come back from this?
You don't. Welcome to a world without light.
Guardian, something's wrong.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you. Your kind never deserved the power you were given. I am Gaul, and your light is mine.
Good old this is Sparta kick. Not quite. Not as impactful. So that's how you begin this game. You lose all your powers. That's how they got away with not having to carry over any of your level or gear from Destiny 1. You pretty much start with 0. And you have to find a way to gain your powers back, because that... Spoiler, that does happen. Two days after the attack. So you've been unconscious for a while. Should have probably been dead from that fall, but somehow survived. So one of the things about this game, about this particular level area, is there's no guidance of telling you where to go. And it's just a matter of trying to figure it out on your own. I suppose some of you may be wondering how long I plan to do each episode of this, because it probably will be a series. No set time limit. Just going to go until I feel like stopping, and then I may cut them up in editing and post into shorter episodes, depending how I feel. Maybe I don't know. I'll probably just kind of leave that be. The first episode might be a little longer than the other ones because it's going to be the whole starter shit thing. Like all the beginning stuff that you're seeing right now, basically. Right, the starting part of the game. The tutorial? You could say the tutorial, but not really. Looking for survivors. Not sure if I was supposed to wait there or not, but that's sure what I decided to do was wait. Hey, look, they got tanks. That's a big fucker with gold armor.
This can't be happening. Guardian. You're alive. I thought I lost you. I can heal you, but I can't resurrect you. Not since.
He's all busted up.
Guardian, the light is gone. They've taken the city, the Traveler, everything. The Red Legion is killing powerless Guardians. We have to get out of here.
I will say this much, visually speaking.
I'm picking up an emergency broadcast. Rendezvous coordinates. They're evacuating the planet. We're on our own.
Yeah, on our own. But, you know, visually speaking, they did a really good job with this game, I find. They... Yeah. It's actually better than on PC than on the Xbox One, but that would be, you know, obvious. PC Master Race and all. Plus, I'm playing in ultra wide, so. Is that the bird from that weird dream? Oh, I wonder.
These Guardians, they had no chance without their powers. That could be us. Guardian, if you die, I can't resurrect you. We need to be very careful.
Look at that, the name of the gun that they gave me right here is Sorrow. Yeah, that's not. Hey, Cabal Warhounds. Sorry, puppies, you're gonna have to die. You're gonna have to be put down. A good melee is pretty much all you need to take these things. As it says, following your vision, track the Falcon through the mountains. We're going this way. One week after the attack. Been traveling for a while, haven't we?
It's that Falcon again. Is it following us? Or are we following it?
Hey look, it's the Traveler. So a lot of people apparently messed up with this one. They think they're supposed to jump down here. No, you're supposed to walk around the ledge. Cabal ship moving out. Send enough of them, eh? Reload, just in case. Although I know that we're pretty much at the end of this section, but always good to reload. So there's actually two ways to get around here. You can walk across the log, which is probably what most people did, or you can actually run around the side. Doesn't really matter. They both get you the same way.
Oh, look. Somebody left a perfectly good guardian lying around. Things must be worse than I thought. And that's our cue. Time to go, people!
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That Falcon, it belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis. Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too.
Alrighty, shotgun.
Useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin them up. Got a long flight ahead of us.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Have done. Grace me with your light. Take your place at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Gaul. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominus have?
I would have words with my guest. So, you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
Yeah, so Gaul has the speaker, which is the dude that Ikora was looking for.
Coming up on the European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a while.
Look, do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing? They call it the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
Alrighty. So, she gave me a ship and a shotgun. Apparently I have stuff waiting for me in the mail.
709. Yes.
Guided games.
Done,
Okay.
done.
What is...
Thank you. Thank you.
What is that? Whispers disable with strangers. Okay, so it's chat. Alright, so there's a text chat. Fair enough.
To the city and up again. Down and up again.
So, welcome everyone to the farm.
Hi.
Which I think they've Christmased up because I don't remember there being snow. Damn winter holiday seasons. Vault. This is a storage vault. You can store your stuff. Okay, whatever. My character looks ridiculous. It's a fucking paint splotch on one side and a bullet hole on the other.
Anything worthy of a closer look? Oh. I'm glad to see you safe. I am Tyra. Tyra Karn. I'm sorry. Have we met before? Losing my connection to the light has been disorienting. Now, I understand you seek the Shard of the Traveler. I too have dreamt of it. Its jagged, broken edge. A wound that never heals. But I do not trust its pull. Like us, the Shard no longer knows the light. Not since the Traveler cast it off during the collapse. For centuries it has twisted and corrupted everything around it. Where it lies is now a place of death. If you are determined to go, remember, we Guardians are no longer immortal.
She gave me a free cloak. So she's a cryptart, which is one of the few folks who can decode engrams that you can get. A little too early in the game to be worrying about any engrams that would need to be decoding, because we're like literally only starting out. So yeah, as it says down here, equip armor with higher defense to increase your powers. Makes you tougher and more resilient. Yeah, your powers, the average of the attack and defense of all your shit, basically. The better the gear you have, the more power you have. Lost light. A lot of this is just junk. Yeah, no, of course I'm not in a clan. I've only just started. Alrighty. Yes, it gets rid of the, what she gave me was a new cloak. So it got rid of that fucking ripped up bedsheet that I had around my back. I remember when they released Destiny 1 and they had the bedsheet, they had the hunters have cloaks and the titans have loincloths basically, and the warlocks have armbands as their like class item. And when they first released in Destiny 1, people were joking about the hunters were basic cloaks were basically fucking basically just bed sheets. It's like, oh, the guy's running around with his favorite sheet.
Looking at you funny. I think he was looking at you funny because you're a bird.
What?
This is... whew, lot of civilization. For me, at least. Of course, I've been living outside the city half my life. So... anyway, heard you want to go poke around that busted-up hunk of Traveler. You Guardians have a weird idea of a good time. Oh well. Lewis and I know plenty about trusting your gut. So I'm not about to stop you. I got enough to deal with here. Take that ship you flew here. At least it'll get you back faster. See all these refugees? I haven't lost one yet. Don't you be my first. Catch you later.
Director is available. Hawthorne has gifted you a jump ship, the Wanderwing. With the ship, you can now travel beyond the farm, even to other worlds. Use the Director to select new missions, track locations, view milestones, and interact with your friends. Friends? What friends? Oh, got any friends who own this game on PC?
Reminded me of that
Yet?
time with you and that raven.
Chickens! We can open up the Director, and we see all the places we can go. Right now, we got, like, dick fuck all we can go to. The gateway. Yeah, I can't do that because I need to complete the story first. Farm, that's where I am right now. Outskirts of the EDZ, which is the European Dead Zone. And the Red War milestone, that's basically takes me to Earth. Yeah. Complete mission Spark and EDZ. That's my current milestone mission. No local map because we're on the farm. There's no one else connected, which is pretty standard fare. Because
Something?
we're only just getting started. So, for me to continue onward, I have to go and do that. But this is actually where I'm gonna...
Hey there, Guardian.
It's probably as good as place as any to end the first episode. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I hope to see you back in the next one, where we will be going forward to visit the broken traveler ship that has been abandoned for centuries, as she said, and has been corrupting everything, to see if, well, to see why. Of course, I already know why, because I've done this before a couple of times on Xbox One. But, still. So, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. If you liked this video, if you didn't, all that fun stuff. Subscribe if you want more. And this LZ signing off until next time.